Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Sonic Adventure DX-ish. In the last part, we started off Tails' campaign after checking out Trial Mode and talking about Mission Mode for a little bit. And now we're looking for a certain knucklehead roaming around the main area of Mystic Ruins because we're at that point in Sonic's storyline at this point.
Hey Knuckles, what's up? What are you doing, Knuckles?
Don't mess with me now. Just hand over the emeralds you have. Quick!
No way, Knuckles.
Once again, the character fights in this game are a complete joke. He's technically a little more dangerous as Tails, because you either need to go in and attack with your Tails directly or roll into him to attack, rather than homing attacking from a distance, but again, 3 hits and they're out.
Whoa! Oh no, the emeralds!
And they're all mine.
Eggman's back! He's got the emeralds!
You two are fumbling idiots. You know that.
Hey, those are the Chaos Emeralds.
You are so easily tricked. All I did was wait for you to bring it to me.
What the heck is he talking about anyway?
Don't you realize when you've been tricked?
Tricked? No one makes a fool out of me.
Way to go, knucklehead!
4! Count 'em! 4 emeralds. I summon chaos. Come forth! Here, eat up.
Oh no! It's changing again! We gotta stop this fast!
So at this point, the reason Chaos 4 is a relatively maligned fight by myself and a lot of the fan base isn't that it's just a slow fight that's relatively uninteresting. It's that you do it with about half the playable character cast, because if a character is there for a boss fight scene in one storyline, they'll also be fighting that boss fight in their storyline, as we saw last time with the Egg Hornet with Tails. And since Knuckles is present for this cutscene, you can take a good guess what we're going to do here in his playthrough when we get there. The really annoying thing about fighting this with characters that aren't Sonic, though, is that since you don't have the homing attack, you just kind of need to glide into the brain to do damage, and the hitbox on that has never exactly felt the best, especially as Tails, weirdly. Because I think you need a good amount of momentum built up with flying to actually hit them to begin with. You might just be able to jump into it, but I've always done flying as it feels like it's what you're intended to do. It's just kind of weird. Although, if I can give one thing about the later characters you fight this fight as, they make the fight even technically less interesting and more safe, as you can just fly over most of the arena and not have to worry about the attacks at all, as opposed to Sonic, who has to jump from lily pad to avoid falling into the water and sinking down slowly. Not gonna go super in-depth on the topic yet, because I want to save it for the final credit sequence for the LP, but this boss fight's probably one of the biggest occurrences where, if they ever do a remake of this game, I would want them to make multiple occurrences of the same boss fight have something more unique to them in the later occurrences. Like, say Sonic just has the straight-up normal boss fight, but with Tails maybe there's new attacks or a slightly changed-up arena. Same thing with Knuckles down the line, things like that. As at least even just minor changes could go a long way to make the bosses feel different, so it's not just the same fight multiple times across a single game's runtime. In a way that doesn't feel quite like padding, but definitely feels underbaked for what it is. At the same time, though, again, this game came out in 1998, which there wasn't really a lot of standards for how you should do multiple characters playing along a single storyline yet, so it's just kind of what it was at the time. So, Chaos 4, though, still not too bad. Some of the time periods between vulnerability can be kind of long and annoying, but at the same time, it's not that worth complaining about because it's just a tedious boss fight, not a really annoying one.
Behold my floating masterpiece, the egg carrier! But it pales in comparison to the power of chaos. Adieu, until we meet again, my friends.
Hey, we can't let him get away! Let's get to my workshop and we'll take the tornado!
Yeah!
You guys go. I have some unfinished business to take care of.
No problem, Knuckles. We'll take care of everything here.
Come on! Let's get going!
I forget if I mentioned it during the Sonic playthrough, by the way, but that little lake right there is where we're actually meant to be fighting Chaos 4. It is one of those cases where they increased the scale of it for the boss fight, which always felt a little weird in this specific case to me. I can't exactly parse why. I want to say there might actually be an emblem tied to down there, but I actually don't remember because it's been a little bit. I'll save it for the potential follow-up LP sometime down the line.
Sonic, wait here for a second. Sonic, hop in! Let's go!
You're damn right, Tails has to do both Sky Chase levels again. Just in the interest of time, because they are, to my memory, completely unchanged, I'm just going to speed these up, just to save on some time. Some things I didn't note during the Sonic playthrough, though, are the point totals that every single enemy gives. White planes give 30 points, yellow planes give 50, and lead the white plane, so they're the front of a squadron. Missile cannons give 30 points, whereas the missiles they fire out give out 5 each. Something I actively can't remember because it's been a while since I did emblem runs, though, is whether or not Sonic and Tails' levels count for separate emblems. I want to say they do, but don't quote me on that.
We did it!
Way to go, Tails!
We're hit! Yeah!
And then they died.
Wow, that dream brought back memories. I owe so much to Sonic. Sonic! Wonder where he went. Sure hope he's all right. The tornado's not powerful enough. If I'm gonna get that egg carrier, I need to finish my prototype. It needs a Chaos Emerald to work. Looks like I better find one fast.
So while Sonic at this point is locked over in Station Square, Tails at this point is locked here at Mystic Ruins. So our options for where to find a Chaos Emerald are pretty limited. But that said, we've actually been all over this entry area here. I don't even think Tails can ever access over where Round Mountain is. So our only remaining option for a place to go to potentially find a Chaos Emerald is actually over at the jungle, where the Lost World and Final Egg are from the Sonic campaign. With that said, the jungle can be annoying to traverse, as Sonic and a majority of the rest of the cast even, in the case you go there. As Tails, it's a breeze because, well, you can fly. And what's kind of fun, sections of the trees that aren't directly a pathway are pretty much solid on top, so you can just walk literally on top of everything. With that said, I'm gonna head over to Big's house over here on the far right really quick just to go grab an emblem I know is there. In specific, there's a giant tree trunk that makes up the back of the house. It's in the top of it. There are characters that are technically better suited for this. Knuckles in specific is actually technically a better character to go get this with because you don't have to worry about getting tired while flying due to his own mechanics. But Tails can get it just as easy. Also, one of the few times technically right there you could theoretically hear this game's drowning music. Because you can drown in this game in water, it's just not very common because there's not many times you're directly in water that deep.
Wow! There's a Chaos Emerald! Hey! Wait up! Stop!
Time for a bit of a unique element within the rest of the game, in that it's a stage that only one character ever accesses. This is a Tails exclusive level. Most other stages in the game are accessed by 2, usually 3 other characters. This is the only one off the top of my head, barring technically one special one at the end game, that's accessed by only one character. Jump up there, hit that switch, and once this sand drains, you can enter Sand Hill. It's the snowboarding again from Ice Cap, only this time there's hoops you can drive through that give you a multiplier every time you go through, which applies to score stuff for emblems. For storyline, you just need to make it at the end, and since I don't think you can even take damage here, don't worry about dying. Effectively, to get the score target for the emblem in this stage, I think you need like 10,000 points. You get about half that with a good time bonus, but you need to chain together a shitload of the gates to get there in time, and the amount of time it takes for your multiplier to fade is quick enough where this actually gets to be really annoying. In that regard, it's one of the hardest emblems to get in the game. Still shouldn't take you that long, because it's not a very long level, nor very large for that matter. So it's just a matter of finding the right route that has the most gates and keeping the combo going from there. I think it needs like 25 to 30 gates in specific, and hey, here I am with about 14, so not the worst. Always found this stage a little bit odd, but at the end of the day, it's probably just to help pad out the game time and use the assets from the snowboarding portion of Ice Cap again, just so it's not a one and done kind of deal, which I can get that.
Oops! Uh-oh! I thought I was in a desert. I wonder where I am.
Well, this place looks a little different now, doesn't it?
What is this place?
A good question, Tails. So, this place is a little deceptive in that in order to actually progress, we need to come over here and grab Tails' second upgrade.
You found the rhythm badge. To do continuous tail attacks, hold the action button down.
For the longest time, I thought this was an optional upgrade, but apparently you need this in order to spawn in the next cutscene. So the rhythm badge, you can now mash the spin dash button to just spin around constantly. It's pretty useful for the rare boss fight in Tails' campaign, but not that bad, and oh my god, that's a lot of echidnas. The reason they probably did that, despite the fact you never actually need the upgrade's ability, is probably because you can never come back to this area as Tails once we're done here, and placing a power-up that's this good in a place that is permanently missable past a certain point would be really bad, to say the least. The real nightmare here is on a first run when you don't know where the rhythm badge is, because you'll just be wandering around trying to figure out where progress is. And the rhythm badge and its draw distance on either it or the green wave of energy around power-ups is small enough that if you're just flying by quickly, you're probably going to miss it, or it might even be directly under you. Just go to the left as soon as you spawn in and hit the wall and then go north and you should find it pretty quickly. A couple of these echidnas, though, talking about a tribal chief and his daughter over in front of the shrine, so at this point, we got nothing else to do, so let's head over there and try to talk to her. I guess it's the only real lead we got.
The servers are the 7 Chaos Emeralds. Hello there, friend. How are you?
What were you saying before?
Huh. It's something my grandmother taught me. I'm never to forget it. It goes like this. The servers are the 7 Chaos. Chaos is power, power enriched by the heart. The controller is the one that unifies the chaos. But I'm still not sure what it all means. But the number 7 is the same as the number of emeralds there are.
Emeralds?
Forgive me, but I don't think we've ever met before. I'm Tikal. And you are?
Whoa!
Yikes!
Where's the bee?
Weird. Now where was I? Oh yeah, the Chaos Emerald. Perfect! This will get my Tornado 2 up and raring to go.
Well, I guess we're just not gonna talk about Big for a second there, so let's head over to Tails' workshop and get this started.
The time has come at last. This new plane should work a lot better. I've ironed out most of the problems. So, here it goes. Emerald, do your stuff. Ready, Sonic? Here I come.
I was gonna make a joke about why he has the Star Fox R-Wing launch area from 64, but given he's a fox, it makes a little too much sense.
Tornado 2, clear for takeoff. Away we go. There you are, dead ahead, the egg carrier. There's Sonic. Sonic!
All right, Tails. Way to go. This plane's cool. Now, what do you say we nail those guys?
You got it! Hang on!
And thus it all links together. But with that, I'm gonna need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching, and in part 10, we're actually gonna go finish off Tails' campaign. See you guys then.